Hello, everybody. Starting to get some of my voice back. Good to see y'all. Glad you come in here and watch and comment, like, subscribe, share. We have a good time. Uh, just want to thank everybody for coming out to Hopperstock last weekend. Want to thank everybody for the prayers and stuff. Trevor's been moved out of the ICU. He's still got a long road to hoe, but he's doing better. Well, they say he's doing better. He don't think he is, but they say he is. So he's doing better. I hadn't been making as many videos because I've been staying at the hospital every other day or so, and I just was wore out. I slept probably 18 hours the day before, so I actually got a little recoup. I'm sitting here now, going to do a little bit of videoing for y'all. Some things I figure y'all might want to see this. Those of y'all we're at Hopperstock. This saw rope broke in it, and we didn't get to really run it because the muffler broke the rope. I'm just picking on muffler. This is the original rope that came in this saw, so it's 30-some years old. I even toyed with putting it back in there, but I think we're going to put a new piece in it. So I thought I'd film it a little bit. I'm still a little slow, y'all, because I am still tired. I'm going back to the hospital tonight to stay. So we're going to try to put a rope in this thing. I might try to fire it off. I probably shouldn't try it, but I may. Just so we can see what happens. This one ain't usually too awful bad to crank, so we might get it going. But I'm trying to put links to everything in the descriptions on all these videos. So there's like a link to our apparel store, a link to our Facebook page. I've been trying to put my email address. Something else, but I don't know. Y'all might have to wait till I get my mind collected a little more, because I'm still kind of all over the place. But we're going to try to put a rope in this one. If it don't take too long, we might put a vent in the race saw gas tank, because those of y'all that was at Hopperstock, I fixed that leak on our gas tank on the race saw, and now the vent and the cap doesn't work. So, ta-da! My shoulder's a little bit sore. I was helping the nurse move Trevor the other day, and I kind of tweaked my right shoulder just a little bit. But nevertheless, the show must go on. So we're going to see what we got here. Hey, look, muffler. Look here. There's the end of the rope. And there lays the pin in the bottom. So it literally snapped off right. It literally popped off right where the pin goes. I'm hoping that the spring didn't come undone. I think the spring is still hooked. So the cap did come out of this somehow or another somewhere. I don't know. We knocked it out. Probably set something on there and it popped out. I might have to make something for that. I mean, it'll function without it. I just don't like it without it. It keeps it It just looks better. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull us out a piece of rope. Give it a little what for. Anybody who's watching me do this, if you've never done this before, it does burn whenever you touch that. So you know, I don't have as much feeling in my fingers as a lot of other people do. So when I touch it, it doesn't really bother me. But if you're not used to it, it's hot and it will burn you. Especially if it starts turning kind of liquidy and it sticks on there real good. That's when it really does hurt. But if you're used to it, it ain't so bad. But if you're not, it hurts. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to slide this rope through here. That's not the one that I need to use because it's got I got a crook on the end of it now, so give me just a second. See if I can find this other one right quick. Just about anything will do. Yep, there's one. It's been a while since I've done this on camera, so we're going to take a pick. I'm actually going to heat this up just a little bit more, just to kind of solidify the fiber on the end of the rope. To make sure it's good and rolled over. We're going to heat this thing up. I'm going to get this pig hot enough to melt the rope. Hopefully that's hot enough, and then we'll just it's not quite hot enough. What we're doing, we want to get that thing up through there as much as possible, because it's not exactly easy to get this pin in here. See, if you don't get the pick hot enough, which I did not, it doesn't melt the wire or the string out of the way. I'll get it this time. See, once you get it good and hot and you poke it through there, it leaves a hole. Then your pin goes through and stays in there. Try not to get the hole so big that the pin falls out. And some of this is trial and error, y'all. I've tried it a good many times. I've gotten pretty good at doing it over the years. And that don't always mean it's going to work, because sometimes it will break the first time you pull it. We'll find out. We will find out. Now on these old Macs, you can put the rope in them without taking all the stuff off. Wind this rascal up. We're going to make oh, it kicked loose. Dadgummit. Well, we had the spring. We had the spring until I let go of it that last time, apparently. And it kicked out. So, yippee-yay-hoo. Let's take the side cover off. See if we can get it apart. I was hoping that we wasn't going to have to do this, because it did have the spring and caught on it. I shouldn't have let it flip back a minute ago. That's what happened. But it sounded kind of crunchy, so I was trying to make sure it was good. It was, but now it's not. So let's see if we can get it off here right quick. I'll probably have to pause the video and go get some things, because I got tools laying everywhere. Our impacts and stuff and drills and all from being up there. They're laying over yonder on the thing, so. I got some other things I want to film too, but I hadn't had a whole lot of time to do any filming. I figured this one wouldn't take me too awful long, so. Must have one more on the bottom, I do. Y'all get to see my prototype coil. I got two of them, one on this one and one on the other 101. I'm just hoping that nut stays on there. Oh, it's attached. Oh yeah. All right. I like this shroud better than the other one. All right, let me gather some stuff up and I'll show you how I take these things off. I think y'all like it. All right. Now, you got to hold the spindle on this side. You got to hold on to this pulley. And there's no real good way to hold on to it other than put a rag on it. Hold on to it. Then what I do is I take my chain breaker block. It fits in there. I take a spanner, or whatever you want to call this. I hold it in the middle and these things are tight. Gosh knows. That's the tightest one I ever got a hold of. Probably won't be no spring left time I get done. I might have the spring destroyed. Where did the pin go? The pin looks like it's already fell out of the hole. It did. The pin has fell out of the hole somewhere here in the floor. That's not it. That's it. Nope. That's not it. Well, I can't see real good right now. I do not know where it has went. But we're not going to worry about it that much, because I do have other ones. Trying to figure out how I can hold this thing. I don't like holding them in the vise. Give me just a minute. I'm going to go try the vise. Alright, y'all. I've done the exact same thing I was doing, but I went over and grabbed this with the chuck on the lathe. And I had to beat on it for a long time. See the wear marks it put on it? That son of a gun was tight. So, apparently I haven't had this one off before. So, I have now. So let's see what we got. Here comes the spring, and it's bent. All right, come on, spring. See if I can get it up out of there. Having the rope in here doesn't help anything none. Let's get that out of the way. This is the kind of stuff that happens sometimes. Let's see. That goes around, and out it comes. See what's happened to the center of the spring when it jumped it. I thought it felt like it was a little not good, but I was hoping it would stay. But it did not. If it doesn't break off, I'll be happy. But anybody that works on these things, you know what you get. Some days you're a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes the hard times won't leave you alone. It looks like Drew's coming there. I don't think the spring fractured, so we might be okay to just get it re-bent and get it put back in here, because these things can be a real pain to get out. I think there's actually supposed to be something in the bottom of this rascal, but there's not. Well, the way we're going today, we probably ain't gonna put one in there either. We're just gonna go with it and see if we can get it put back together. That chair's broke. That's why it's turned around so you can't sit in it. Tommy ain't been here yet. He was gonna come back so we could take that broke chair outside and repair that one. Alright, I've kind of reshaped the spring a little bit. I'm going to wipe some of this nastiness just off of it. It wouldn't hurt if I cleaned it completely and all that stuff, but right now we're not going to. We'll wait till it breaks again, which it will. Everything I got breaks repeatedly.
All old used junk.
Just a bunch of old used junk.
Old used junk.
Now, there's several different ways you can put these springs back in. The way we're going to do it is like this. I'm just going to sit here, feed it back in, and turn it around in circles. This is the arthritic hand method. The worse your arthritis is, the more you appreciate this one. Back when I was younger, I used to wind the springs back up. I'd take them out, wind them all the way up, and then just set them back in the hole. Well, I can't hold on to them for that long anymore, so we just do it this way. So, hopefully everybody can tell how this is going. These springs are huge. Come on, get up there above my hand. Once you get to a certain point, you can just kind of feed them back around there. This video will be a little bit longer than I was intending it to be, but well, good educational content. Yahtzee. Now, you notice how that centerpiece touches in there? That's what you're after whenever you get it put together. Because you want this pulley to be able to slip down in that slot. The bushing's got some wear in this thing, but I'm not going to fool with it. I'm not going to fool with it today. Like I say, I got other stuff that needs more pressing matters. Now see, fit right down in there, just like it's supposed to. Now, we're going to put the pin back in the rope. I did find it on the floor. Apparently, I had the pin pointed the wrong direction. I should have had it pointed up instead of down. Hey, I forget sometimes what I'm doing. I forget too sometimes. So we're gonna go 1 and a 2, and that should yeah. That should make her. That should make it plenty happy enough to pull the rope back in. I'm going to tighten these bolts up because the last time they come loose at Hopperstock the year before. While we're in here, we might well look at everything. Coil looks tight. Now we know how to time it because it's going to fire about right. Actually, there. We're going to set the timing on this in one day too. Just not today. Just today was just simply to get the cover fixed and get the pull rope back in. And that's what we're doing. Wait a minute, stupid. You gotta put this back on there. See? I told you. Sometimes my brain doesn't work. What did it do? Oh, can you reach that impact, Andrew? I kind of forgot to put the centerpiece back in here. But no worries. We're gonna set that up in there like that. I'm holding the rope out. We're gonna put it in reverse. Just give her a light snugging. Cause I can promise you one thing. When you pull on the rope, it's gonna get tight. Even this saw being in stock, more or less stock form, this rascal's rough on ropes. Of course, I think every Mac I got's rough on a rope. The race saw's not as bad on alcohol. Yeah, you missed that. That's something that's quite nasty when it's got alcohol in it. We got to sharpen the chain though, because it is way under chained now. The rakers is going to have to come down. The rakers are going to have to come down.
I'm sure it would be hard to talk you into doing it again.
I got to drill a hole in the gas tank too. I put a vent in it. After I fixed that crack in the top of the tank, the saw kept running lean. I couldn't figure out what it was for a minute, and it shut off when I had alcohol in it because I kept capping my hand over the carburetor. When it shut off, it started sucking the alcohol back out of the carburetor into the gas tank. And I was like, wait a dang minute. Cracked the gas cap loose, the fuel shot back to the carburetor. Like, yeah, we got no vent. Y'all, I'm going to stop y'all for a minute until I get this bolted back on here. All right, y'all. I ain't standing there pulling this thing with a choke. We're going to give him a little sniff of some threat gas there.
You got a drinking problem.
See if it'll bark off. This one's not so bad as the other ones, but still yet.
They all got a drinking problem.
Yes, I admit they got a drinking problem. Well, it's not out of gas. If you tilt it down that way, it should have plenty to pick up. Oh. I'll give her another little snootful because, like I said before, I ain't fooling with it. It's either gonna crank run or it ain't. We'll give her a walk forward and then see how it goes. business for the next one.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some videos doing maybe a little cutting these things in a little while. Well, not today, but I mean, when I say a little while, I say coming up, is what I mean. I've got to order a bar and chain for the 070 that we're going to turn into an 090. I want to thank Indiana Doug for that. So I'm going to try to get back to filming some. Maybe Trevor gets out of the hospital, he'll just be next door, so it won't be as far travel. So we got some things coming up. Y'all just, I appreciate all the help I've been getting, because I couldn't do it without you, I promise. I'm leaning on the channel harder now than I ever have before, so y'all, I really do appreciate it. Without y'all, I wouldn't be able to keep doing things like I'm doing. So we do appreciate y'all. Y'all go in there, like, subscribe, give thumbs up. Watching all these videos, they really help us out a lot. Some people say, well, they can't do nothing, they don't have financial resources to help us. That's fine. Just watching the videos pays. It does. It really helps out. So if you can watch them all the way through to the end, watch them. So if you got something to do like I do on some of my other channels that I help people. I just turn the video on, let it play in the background while I'm doing things, and that helps them collect revenue, and we do appreciate it. So let's just keep making these videos for y'all and getting chainsaws to play with and stuff like that. We got a heck of a community that looks after everybody. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Be kind. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Bell Hopper out.